Today we're going to be drawing this guy who's got both a unicorn horn and a pair of lovely wings. You can see the wings are going to take up a lot of paper space. So let's go ahead and plot that out on the paper so that we know the wings will fit on the paper. You all know how sometimes I have to go right off the side of my paper because I don't size it correctly. So I'm going to just make a line for this one wing here, and then make another line for the other wing in just kind of a big V shape. Of course, you can make your drawing a girl or a boy, that's up to you. But we want to make sure those wings will fit on the paper, so I'm going to just start with those lines. Very light and sketchy because we're going to erase them later. And then you can see that the head of our Pegasus is right on the same line as the wing. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a spot on the wing and make a circle a little smaller than I normally do, just because I know we're going to have a lot of space taken up by the body and the wings. So I'm going to start this head out a little bit smaller than normal. And put one more circle, a little smaller, a little lower, so that we can, oh, there's Wendy. Let's get Wendy in here. Start shaping this horse's head. Oh, I don't think she heard you yet. Try it again. Hi, Wendy. We just started, so just a couple of lines for the wings and a couple of circles for the head. Sorry, my earphones cord keeps getting in frame. That's not pretty. Then I'm going to connect up those two circles like we always do. Straighter line on top and a curved line on the bottom. I'm sorry, I cannot wait. Remember, you were waiting a long time before class saying, when is it going to begin? That's the time you're supposed to be getting your paper, your pencil, your erasers ready. So that was your choice. Next, we're going to put in a big circle for the chest. It's going to be much bigger than the head, and it's going to be right at the bottom of that V. So we're going to get this nice big circle. It does not have to be a perfect circle. We just want something that's kind of like a circle. Next, we're going to connect the head to the chest. So we've got this great big curve, and then it's going to stop and make a little straight line at the shoulder. So let's start right from the head, going big and around. And then right before we get down there, we're going to make a little line for the shoulder. Hi, Mickey. Oh, maybe she can't hear me yet.
Hi, hello.
There we go. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in now that we've got a placement on the paper. We can take a look at this a little closer so it's easier to see. Focus my camera. There we go. For the other side of the neck, we've got a very small curve. And then there's a little bit of muscle that's on the other side. So instead of starting at the bottom of that line, I'm going to come way back up at the top and make a different line that connects to the circle. So you have one for the neck and one for the shoulder muscle there. You can see where I've faintly drawn that circle there. We're going to add another shape onto that circle that looks more like a hilltop or a gumdrop. I don't know if you guys eat those candies anymore. Or a bell shape maybe. Something that just adds a little more to the end. Diagonal on the bottom. Rounded on the top. But we're going to be shorter than the front part of the body. That's a little difficult, so I'm going to pause right there and let you guys work on that shape. And then we're going to work on this leg coming down. So we've already got part of the leg. We need to just make this little letter J to get to that bony part of the leg that we draw every single week. Ignore all this fluffy hair coming off for the moment. We're just gonna go right down and make a little turn for the hoof. Or the hoof, depending on how you pronounce it. And right opposite of that bony landmark on that side, we have a more gentle curve on this side. So I can find that little bump there, and on the other side, a gentle curve. I'm drawing my alicorn really chunky and thick and solid and strong. If you want to make delicate legs instead, you can do that. Then we're going to make one more big curve and go past the body line to the inside. And you can erase that line, don't need that anymore. Trying to make my lines nice and clear so you guys can tell which one to emulate. And let's move over to the front and do the front leg. So first we're going to start with a pretty straight line that has a little bit of a hook at the beginning. So we'll start with that little turn, that little corner, going straight off the body. So I cross that chest line. And we're going to ignore that long hair again just for the moment. And I have an overlapping line, meaning it crosses just like the letter T. I'm going to cross over that. Oh yeah, it does look like a check mark. Good one, Natalie. Start sketching that leg down into another hoof. Again, I'm drawing mine with really big chunky limbs, but you can make them differently shaped if you prefer. And when we cross the body again, we're going to have that little flaring line to show the overlap. Overlap is the best thing you can do for your drawing ever. Everything looks better with overlap. Erase that out so we can see how it looks. And the other leg is being overlapped by this leg, so we don't have to draw as much. We just have a line going up, across, and then back down. So I'm starting from the body, not the leg, from the body, right there. Going up, going across, heading back down, right behind that first leg. If this leg looks too thick, we can add a little peekaboo spot right there in between. It can be just a little triangle or a little box to show that there's a little gap. I kind of think mine looks okay without the gap though, so I'm not going to put it this time. But you can see it over here where I drew a little peekaboo space. And we've got one more leg to do. First thing we're going to do is that curve and a bump again.
Wait!
What's that?
You're going too fast.
Going too fast. Anybody second that? Should I just pause here? Looks like it because Tracy needs to draw the front leg. All right, we'll wait here for a minute. I was going a little faster today so we could get to color, but maybe it won't happen. That's okay too. All right, this last leg. We're going to start with a little curve and then that bony bump in the back. Where is it beginning? From the body? Nope, right from this leg over here. So we'll make a little curve, a little straight line. Remember to ignore this hair for right now. Pretend that just connects. Notice this one's higher on the paper than that one. Even when our magical horses are flying in the sky, things that are higher are going to look farther away. And remember, opposite of that bony mark is another curve, so I'll put in a curve there. Let's see how thick I want that leg to be. Connect it down with the hoof. And just like this one had a curve, this one also has a curve, but it's a little bit more angular, a little bit more squared off. And then I'm going to draw the chest line. So here's that circle coming down. That's going to be my alicorn's chest line. And then we'll go back. But we're not going to connect it all the way. I'm going to go ahead and erase a little gap. Yep, I'll pause here. Go ahead and take a look at all 4 of your alicorn's legs. Does one look really shorter than the other, or does one look really smaller than the other? Maybe you wanted them a little longer. Now's the time to change that. I think maybe this one looks a little short, so I'll probably make that one longer. So before I erase, I'm not going to erase and try again, right? I'm going to leave it there so that I know I want to change it. I want to make it longer. Then when I have the new one that I like, I come back and I erase the old one. Same thing there, it was looking a little too flat. So instead of keeping it flat, I drew a new curved one, and now I'm going to come back and erase out the ones I don't want. All right, if the legs are looking good, shall we go and do the face? So I've got my general shape of the head, but I don't have very specific shape. So I'm going to start refining, starting with that little bump that shows the eyebrow on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and make that a little pointier. Erase out the old one. No worries, Tracy. Just draw the face for now, and then we'll go back to the zoomed out version. Yeah, exactly. Just draw them when you can see them. And that line stays pretty much the same, and we have another bump for the nostril on the other side that we can't see, but we want to indicate that it's still there. After that, we're going to come right around the circle. So I'm curving the line and then curving up to make that smile. And then adding another curve below that for the chin or the lower jaw. I'll just darken the line that I want to keep. And then I'll add a little cheek, bit of the jaw right there. I'm squaring mine off to make my alicorn look nice and strong and solid. You can make it a more gentle curve if you want, that works too. And let's go ahead and draw in the other nostril. And then we'll draw in the eye, but we have to make sure that the eye is on the same level as that bump. So from the bump I made, I'm going to go straight over and make that little eyebrow line on this side. And then I'll put the eye right underneath. I'm making a little leaf shape. Of course, you can do an oval, you can do a circle, that's up to you. And I like to leave a little piece at the top white and a little piece at the bottom for the color. And then everything else I color in black. Ryan, or not Ryan, Aaron. Sometimes he logs on as Ryan. And then we've got the ear. Trick for the ear is if you just keep going up from the jaw, that line is where the ear is going to go. And it's a little straighter in the front, a little curvier in the back.
You're going too fast.
A request to wait? It works a little bit better if you say, Betsy, could you wait, please? Please is a magic word. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom out so you can see how the whole thing is looking so far.
Hey Betsy, have you ever had a glitch with your with your art program where sometimes line weight just gets turned off randomly and then it'll start back up?
On vector sometimes, yeah, if it's a vector layer.
I don't think my thing is a vector layer. Nope, says
no.
normal.
Yeah, I haven't had it on a normal layer, but I've had it on vector layers before.
Yeah, I can't tell whether it's like my program or if it's like of how old this computer is or how old this tablet is.
Only thing you can do to save yourself is make multiple backups of your file. In case anything goes wrong with this one, you'll have one that was saved just, 10 minutes earlier or something like that. Yeah. Video games taught me that. Right, is this guy ready for a main? I think so. So I gave him like a zebra style mane that's just short and growing up. If you want to do a different long and flowing mane, that's up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and draw the zebra style, starting with this line right here. A little diagonal line going up to the right. That's going to be this front section right here.
Can you wait, please?
Yep, I can wait a moment here.
I just got in.
Go ahead and zoom out again so you guys can see the whole thing, the whole reference picture, and how far we've gotten so far we've got so far. Talking and drawing use different sides of the brain, so I'm sure a lot of times I say something that doesn't make sense. Comes with the job. So remember, this is just the front of the mane, so you need some diagonal lines. It's not the other ear. I know it kind of looks like the other ear, but no, it is not.
Hey Betsy, in your opinion, what's the most difficult thing to draw with the part of a horse to draw?
Most difficult part of a horse? I'd say the back legs. Because these are highly stylized for a reason. And again, if you want to take a look at the horse that this one was based on, you can look up FJORD horse. It's the ones with the black and white manes. There's some in the Frozen movie, if you pay attention.
Isn't that like the main horse in the Frozen movie looks like that?
Which main horse?
The one that the evil prince like gives the girl a ride?
Yes, that one. After you've got this front piece of the mane, we're just going to make a big curve all the way down the neck. And depending on which way your diagonal line goes, you might have one on this corner that goes to, or if you went diagonal the other way like I did in this one, you won't. That's up to you. Next, I'm going to add the shape for the tail. We're going to ignore all the fluffy stuff on the end and just look at the main curve there, like an oval, partial oval. On the other side, we have a little bit of an S curve where it starts like a smile curve and then goes into a big frowning curve. And then very lightly, I'm just going to connect the shape. It'll look a little bit like toothpaste. And we can come back in here and put in little triangles, little curving triangles to separate out some of the sections. Make sure that some are tall, some are short, they're all different looking. You can add a little stray hair there. And same thing on the mane. Right now it just kind of looks like a wedge. To make it look more like hair, we have to make some little lines, just flicking my pencil toward the neck. Here and there. And also in a few spots, I start at the neck and flick out toward the mane. Try to make them not even, not like stripes. Try to make them all different looking.
Can you pause, please?
Yes, I can. Did you guys hear that? The magic word, please. Absolutely, I will pause. Does anybody need me to zoom in on a particular part? Or shall we just leave it like this? Silence means leave it like this. I'm getting some weird background noise on my end, so I'm going to go ahead and mute all of you, but please feel free to unmute yourselves if you have a question or a request. All right, even if you're not all the way caught up, don't worry about it. We're just going to work on this wing a little bit, and then I'll pause again so that you guys can catch up with whatever you need to catch up on. So for this wing that is twisting a little bit in the wind, we're going to have a very subtle S-curve, meaning we curve one way and then we're going to flip around and curve the other way. So right now I have just a straight line. I'm going to curve one way, just slightly, slightly. Curve the other way, just slightly. Trying to keep that diagonal, not going straight up and down. And then very, very lightly, because we're going to erase it later, I'm going to do it again in the opposite direction. So I'm going to curve this way first, and then the other way. So we've got this really pointy kind of looking 8, number 8. Or infinity sign. Very, very skinny. It almost looks as skinny as a unicorn horn itself. And following my guideline, I'm just going to make 3 feathers. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. That's it. We're just going to try to fit 3 feathers on this side. And on the other side, we've got these little bumped lines, a little bit like mountains when you're drawing mountains in the distance. So these are going to be feathers. I'm going to follow my guideline, make some little overlapping hills until I reach the mane. And while we're here, let's just add a line to the ear. There we go. Now I'll pause. I'll back up and pause for 1 minute. And then we're going to work on that other wing. You can imagine it connects right into that chest muscle there. Oh, we forgot to draw it on this one. There's a chest muscle that comes right out of the leg. Right in there. We'll just lightly sketch it in for now. You can also just pretend your horse was wearing like a necklace or some kind of reins around its neck.
This pony says feet.
And that'll let you know where to start your wing coming out of the body. And we're gonna go up a little bit and then flatten it out a little bit. Whoop, there we go.
Run.
You might go right off the paper, that's okay. Just means that your alicorn has great big wings. We're going to ignore all the feathers for right now and just look at the big shape. Look at how it's bigger on this side and then it gets smaller on this side. So we've basically got these two big curves. Do one big curve and then one smaller curve.
Here, wait. Mama waves.
Then we're going to go ahead and add kind
You're
of like a
going
stripe.
too fast.
What's the magic word?
Please.
We'll stop here for 1 minute, but just to let you guys know, we only have 9 minutes left together. Do you think we're going to be able to draw the whole wing and the unicorn horn in 9 minutes? Let's try. Let's give it our best shot.
Ooh, I'm almost done.
Awesome.
I just got in and I'm done with the half of it.
Excellent. Excellent effort. So I'm going to go ahead and just divide up the wing. If it goes off the page, it goes off the page. Don't worry about it. Then we'll go ahead and add another line for this front part of the wing that holds all the feathers. It's a little skinnier towards the tip and a little thicker as it gets to the body, so I want my lines to get farther apart as it comes down into the body. Then get your eraser, erase out anything in the middle. And then we're going to give it our best try to make all these feathers as fast as we can. We're just going to make those curved check marks. Curve it, curve it, curve it, curve it. Make some small, some big. Curve it all the way down that guideline. And you'll do the same thing on the long feathers. You'll just curve it, curve it, curve it, following my guidelines. And last but not least, we're going to add that unicorn horn. So I'll start with just the basic shape. How long do I want it? How thick do I want it to be? That's up to you. I'm going to zoom in for a moment so we can see this a little easier. So just 2 lines. Decide how big you want it. Erase the inside. And then we'll add some diagonal stripes. Lightly. Doesn't have to be a lot. 1, 2, 3, that's okay. And then between 2 lines, we're going to curve the outside just a little bit. So now it becomes this twisty shape with lots of S-curves. Just a little bit curved on the tip, a little bit like a leaf. One more curve and it'll go right into our alicorn's head. We have about 4 minutes left, not enough to do all the details together, but I'm going to go ahead and leave up both of the drawings and you guys can fill in the details.
I am already coloring.
Excellent. I'll leave those up there for the next 4 minutes and you can put in whatever details you like. Oh, I see in the chat. The fjord horse, that's the kind of horse that I based our alicorn on. It's kind of a shorter, stockier horse, so I made it a shorter, stockier alicorn. So if you wanted to get color ideas, that's the kind of horse it is. Time is just about up, so we're going to go around and share. Let's see, in the chat, how do you draw the whole wings, the whole thing? Just like I did here right at the end, we're still making those same curving motions. The ones at the end just happen to touch the end of the wing. Mine went off the paper today. I even tried to plot it out so it wouldn't do that, but sometimes things just happen. Alrighty, I'm gonna switch my camera, and who's ever ready to share, go ahead and hold it up to your camera so I can spotlight you for everyone. Get that out of my face. Looks like Callista's ready. Let's go ahead and spotlight that one. Oh, look at how good it came out. And you even had to rush to catch up, huh? Good job.
So cute.
I know, right? These are looking so good. Nice job, guys. Lovely twisting horn. Anyway, thanks for drawing with me, guys. I will see you next time. We'll do a lightning unicorn. Bye-bye. Looks like Ryan's ready. I'm not Ryan, Aaron. I always look at that name and I go, hey, is that? I meant Aaron. Whoa, another one that looks pretty good for coming in late.
Thank you.
I like those front legs. Those came out really well.
Thank you.
Anybody else ready to share? How about you, Wendy? No, not yet. That's okay. How about Tracy? No, not yet. How about Natalie? No, not yet. How about Mickey? Okay, we got Natalie. Here we go. Oh, did it go? Yeah, there we go. Natalie.
Oh,
Nice. It's so tiny. I know, it's so cute. Like, it's so tiny. And then, who else is ready? Frank, are you ready? Yeah. Whoa.
So beautiful.
They're
So
big.
Wow.
beautiful.
Wow.
Hit my hair. That hurts.
And Tracy's ready. Oh, pull it back just a little bit away from the camera.
Beautiful.
There we go. Very nice.
And it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. All right, last chance. Anybody else want to share who hasn't shared yet? No, that looks like it. All right. Well, then next time we're going to draw another alicorn in June. Oh, Fossy's ready. Here we go. Replace. Here we go. Ooh, even coloring. Lovely. Oh, what's in your lettering? You got some green in your unicorn word there. Very nice. Yep, I'll put my picture back up in case anyone wants to take a picture. Ooh, rainbow horn, so cute. Good job, ladies. All right. Let me go ahead and put my camera back in case anybody wants to take a picture of mine or the original so they can finish up later. But otherwise, class is over. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you come back next time when we do another alicorn. Except we're gonna do like a mom and a baby next time, so that will be fun.
I love unicorn.